Hey, come on over, have some fun with Crazy Taxi.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to the Crazy Taxi Review. So this one's going to be a bit shorter because this is just a console port of an arcade game, so there's not really a story or anything to go off of. It's just different modes you can play. And full disclosure for this review, I am playing the PS2 version, which I chose mainly because it's the closest thing you can get to the original Dreamcast version in terms of experience, because you have the Xbox 360 version, but that is a completely different soundtrack, and I'm pretty sure it adds more things that the PS2 or the Dreamcast version had. So that's why it has like the new map and no, Crazy Box was in the original version. I literally have no reference for the Dreamcast version aside that the PS2 version is probably the closest thing you can get to it. Also, full disclosure, I am not good at playing Crazy Taxi, so sorry the gameplay sucks. Though I'm not going to let that fundamentally change my thoughts on this game from it being a pretty good and fun game because I'm not great at it. If you do that as a reviewer, that's bad reviewing. Unless the game is like fundamentally busted and you need to figure out an alternate way to play it. But yeah, you won't see any crazy intricate techniques coming from this gameplay. So, yeah, I love this game. I especially love the aesthetics of it. The late 90s, like pop punk. Well, it's not even pop punk. I mean, technically Offspring is, but Bad Religion isn't. So, like, the late 90s Californian punk rock aesthetic that this game has is really awesome. Plus, I like all the character designs. They're pretty fun. And I can't really include any thoughts about the arcade version of Crazy Taxi because I haven't played that in, like, over a decade. So I don't remember what that plays like exactly. Also, tangent, why was Sega obsessed with California in the late 90s? You had Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, especially Adventure 2, considering the team was based in California at the time. And you had this game, kind of Jet Set Radio, but that was mostly a Japanese influence. Anyways. Yeah, basic gameplay loop. You pick up customers, you drive them to their location, and you're timed on this. Usually, certain colors, like, I think red is like you get a huge time bonus and like different. No, red you get no time bonus, and then I think like green you get a big time bonus. I don't know about all the other colors. Basically, you want to collect as much time as you can doing all of this. That way, you can rise up the ranks. Which this has a ranking system. I think highest is S rank, so I think it's just basically what the modern Sonic games have. So it's just like S, A, B, C, D. I think there's an E rank. I could be wrong, but it's basically trying to get the highest rank you can in the arcade mode. Which this actually has two maps for arcade mode. I don't know if the Dreamcast version does. I know this version does because I'm playing it. But you have the original like classic Crazy Taxi map, and then there's a new one that is a slightly different San Francisco also inspired area, which I don't really like playing that one. That one is kind of weird to play. It feels like a fever dream, like B3313, that Mario mod. It feels like a less scary version of that almost. And then you also have Crazy Box, which is basically just a challenge mode, which I cannot do because I suck at this game. But I think it's pretty cool that they included a challenge mode at all, because I don't think a lot of games, especially arcade ports to consoles, did this. So I feel like that's a pretty fun addition, especially if like you're a hardcore Crazy Taxi player. I'm not gonna. I sound like I was in disbelief saying that, but like every game's got a fan base. Every game has hardcore players, so I'm not even gonna judge you. Honestly, respect to you, because I can't figure out for the life of me how this game works, especially trying to just do basic moves like the boost maneuver. It's just ridiculous. And there's only 7 songs on this soundtrack, 3 by The Offspring and 4 by Bad Religion, which it sounds small, but like considering this game was obviously an arcade game at first, it makes sense why there's such few selections. But the selections they do have are fucking amazing for this game, especially All I Want being like literally the song of this series, to the point where that shitty mobile game they made based off of Crazy Taxi literally used it in an advertisement. And it's just like, just make a new game. Oh yeah, they are making new games. I completely forgot we're getting new Jet Set Radio and Crazy Taxi sometime soon. Anyways, back to finishing this. Overall, this is a really fun game. Just a real pick up and play experience, especially on console. And again, it's an arcade game. That makes sense. But if I had to give this a rating, I'm probably gonna have to rate it lower than what I usually do, like a full game, say like my Tony Hawk reviews, where those have like full intricate modes, especially compared to this. So if I give it, I'm trying to think. I'm gonna give this a 7. And that's not a bad, this is a high 7. I am mainly ranking it a 7 because it is not that intricate. It is very fun. Like, this isn't like a mid score. This is a high, like, play this game score. Anything that's like a 5 or below is like a 5 is like a mid, and below that is even worse. This is a high 7. I recommend you play this, especially if you just want to have some fun and fuck around for a few minutes. This is not something that, if you want a story out of a game, do not play this. Play this if you're looking for some good old arcade fun. Anyways, if you liked the video, liked it. If you dislike it, please subscribe if you want. And I am out.